Round one. Okay. So
It's a live coding session. You will be coding in front of a recruiter.
okay, in the front of recruiter. Okay.
Recruiter, yeah.
Present on him.
In presence of him, yeah.
Chalo. So how much time it took to get the round one? Any talk on that? Like,
So since I was actually practicing at that time, so the question I got is like, leak code easy level.
okay.
So it was very easy for me. I know the answer, but still I didn't trust to explain it. So I was kind of, telling him the brute force. Then I told my optimal solution. Then he asked a set of follow-up questions. I answered them. He was very happy, and I can sense that I was already selected because I can see that happiness in his face
Okay.
after my interview.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it went.
If possible, Navneet, are you allowed to say the name of a question? I mean, you can, if not possible, you can say a similar kind of question. Similar.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed, but
Okay.
it's a lead code easy level based on the hash map.
How did you get into paycom? How was your interview experience? This is the main statement of my video. Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So yeah, let me tell you this. So I started applying to companies before coming to US.
Mhm.
So yeah. So I came to US on August 11th, but I started applying to my internships from July 1st.
Good.
So pretty much 1 month, 11 days before I plan to come here. Okay.
Mhm.
So once once my visa is approved, the only thing I'm doing is like keep applying. So I was watching some previous YouTube videos. So
Okay.
I was seeing how to get job and all.
Mhm.
Then I came to know like I have to be very like applying early,
Mhm.
so that I will have some callbacks.
Mhm.
So yeah, so I think Paycom I applied in the month of August,
Mhm.
coming year only. Yeah, for Paycom I think I have applied in the month of August.
Mhm.
I think I got call back in the month of September to take OA.
Okay.
Once I take the OA, I got a call back maybe in 10 days. I think so. I'm not sure, but in the time frame of 10 days,
Mhm.
I got a call back to give a first round of interview.
Okay.
And yeah, first round of interview was very, very normal, like, just mostly about my past experience and one problem solving question.
Okay. So,
Then like,
Navneet, sorry to interrupt you. What is mean by
yeah,
OA? Any talk on that? What is OA?
OA is like online assessment.
It's an online assessment. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
As you mentioned, yeah, as a technical round was there, right?
Yeah. So once I'm done with my round one, I was moved to the round two of technical interview in the span of like 1 day.
Mhm.
So once I'm done with it, I think they took like 1 month to give the result.
Okay.
So yeah, before that they invited me for the tech night.
Mhm.
So tech night is like a event where they called all the people who interviewed with them,
Okay.
and they kind of gave food a food party to us, and they took to goal top golf,
Mhm.
and like, they provided stay in 5-star hotel.
Mhm.
Yeah, they just did this before they giving the offer.
Okay.
I think yeah. After that, maybe after tech night in 10-15 days, uh, yeah, I got a offer letter. Like recruiter called me and asked,
Okay.
uh, like am I available in December, and all set of questions. And once he felt like I met all the criteria, he said, okay, so you are in my criteria, so we are offering you the internship with Paycom for the 3 months.
Okay.
So he said like yeah.
Chalo then. So, putting spotlight on the OA online assessment.
Mhm.
How was it? Is it same as Indian companies aptitude kind of question, or it's a bit different?
So
How was
yeah. So basically, here the most of the online assessments have the two questions,
it?
two programming questions.
Okay.
So you have to solve, mostly you have to solve two to get a call back.
Mhm.
So if you just solve only one question, you're already out of the game.
Oh,
If
okay.
you didn't solve two questions, you're no way to think about to be in the game.
Mhm.
So you have to be solving two questions
Okay.
in the span of 1 hour.
Mhm.
But Paycom OA was a bit different. So
Mhm.
they just asked me about object-oriented questions,
Mhm.
mostly focused in Java.
Okay.
Yeah.
MCQ was there.
So yeah, there is few MCQs and few. They gave some set of programs and
Mhm.
they asked me to predict the output,
Okay.
and they asked like they gave some diagrams and I asked me to match them.
Okay.
Questions kind of like that.
And as you mentioned, there were coding question also, correct?
In paycom, yeah, we have coding questions in round 1.
Round 1. Okay. So
It's a live coding session. You will be coding in front of a recruiter.
okay, in the front of recruiter. Okay.
Recruiter, yeah.
Present on him.
In presence of him, yeah.
Chalo, so how much time it took to get the round 1? Any talk on that? Like,
So since I was actually practicing at that time, so the question I got is like, LeetCode easy level.
okay.
So it was very easy for me. I know the answer, but still I didn't trust to explain it. So I was kind of, telling him the brute force. Then I told my optimal solution. Then he asked a set of follow-up questions. I answered them. He was very happy.
Okay.
And I can sense that I was already selected because I can see that happiness in his face
Okay.
after my interview.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it went.
If possible, Navneet, are you allowed to say the name of a question? I mean, you can, if not possible, you can say a similar kind of question. Similar.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed, but
Okay.
it's a LeetCode easy level based on the hash map.
Hash maps. That's it. That is fine. That's it.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, next was the technical round. Correct.
Yep.
So how was your experience? Can you talk on that?
So even in the next round, again, it's a problem solving for me. So here, instead of writing the code, they asked me my intuition to solve the problem. So again, it is kind of logical question.
Okay.
So it's like a competitive programming question.
Okay.
So he'll just tell you a scenario. He wants you to identify which data structure you will use to solve this question.
Okay.
So for me, I have to use Q data structure for the question I have to solve. So it's kind of LeetCode medium. So I can say hard problem of the LeetCode medium.
Okay.
So hard sector. Like if you classify the LeetCode medium questions into easy, medium, and hard. So the hard portion of the LeetCode medium question is what I got. Yeah.
Chalo then. So only the focus was given on the data structure DSM. So no top learning projects, nothing.
HR, no HR, nothing. Only only problem solving.
And main focus was given on your master's progress, nothing from the undergrad, nothing.
So they never worried about my degree, but they do ask a few questions about my current coursework. So I said them like I'm currently doing database. So they kind of dig more into like, database, like what is indexing and all. So they just tried my understanding on my current subject.
Chalo then.
Yeah.
So major focus was given on DSA part.
Yeah, DSA is key. Yeah.
DSA part. So how much time it took? I mean, how long it went? Any talk on that?
So it's like that. Both interviews are like 30 minutes each.
Okay.
So I know the answer for first round was like, I know I am pretty much sure I can close it in 10 minutes, but still I didn't rush because that is not how you have to do.
Yeah.
So that's the practice, if you follow certain YouTube channels, they'll tell you. So you should never rush, even if you know the answer. So you have to clearly explain and make sure, ask all the boundary cases and, make sure your answer is matching with everything. Then only you present the solution. But second round, it was a bit hard for me. So, but I took one hint from him and then I was able to solve it. So I was able to give him the brute force, but he was expecting the optimal solution.
Okay.
So, but I was not able to optimize it. So he just gave a hint to use Q. Then I cracked the, main logic using Qs.
So then, along with your explanation, they also taking consideration regarding your, space complexity and the time complexity, I guess.
Yeah, I think the time is more important than space.
Okay.
Yeah. But certain questions, they demand you to use the constant space. So, but both are important. But if there is a tie, I will say time is more important than space.
Time is gold then. Hello. So as you mentioned, after it, there was a tech night, and after that, you got a call from the company regarding your selection.